going to talk a little bit about your presentation, how involvement is an important factor in your presentation. Now, there's two kinds of presentation that a salesperson or a service person could give. One of them is where they kind of do, they call it the dog and pony show. You know what that looks like? It looks like you with a laptop or with a, what do you call it, a satchel of some sort, bringing all your literature and all your company binders and maybe your equipment binders with you, and are going to the truck and bringing back a big stack of literature to people. And it looks like on the minimal end, you opening the literature and reading the literature upside down to people, like you're reading all the bullet points in the literature to people. Now, is this a bedtime story? Well, I think it is a bedtime story for most technicians, because the customer usually falls asleep by the time you get done reading literature to somebody. Let's face it, when you're selling electrical stuff or plumbing stuff or HVAC stuff, it's not a very exciting thing to be talking about, to go over all these different components and about the the rapid flush system of a toilet, or to go over the silicone carbide igniter or the new nitride igniter we have on this furnace. For you, it may be you may be in your element. You may think this is like going to Yankee Stadium today, right? Going to the Boston Garden of your basketball fan. This is like the height of your existence, right? But for a customer, they look at like, why is this guy talking so much? Why is he trying to sell me so much on this thing? Why doesn't he just give me the price on the furnace and just be quiet? Why doesn't he give me a price on an electrical panel and just shut up about this whole stuff? I don't need to hear all this stuff. And then more so on the high end, even worse, it turns into something where the salesperson or technician gets out like a company binder, and he actually starts going through it. He does like one of these things where he says, let me tell you about my company. We've been in business since 1958. Here's the owner's father who started it out. We're members of the Chamber of Commerce. We are leadership dealers for our particular manufacturer. We've got 24 hours a year of training. Last year we won an award for our training our technicians. And then the customer's looking like, oh my God, you kidding me? Joe, you're not going to go through the whole 4-inch binder, are you? He said, well, I got this one, plus I got another couple over here too I got to do yet for you. Well, I haven't told you about the brand name of our equipment yet. That's really good. I mean, Willis Carrier invented air conditioning back in 1921. This is what it starts out with. Yeah, I swear to God, this is the kind of thing. And it finally ends up with, about 2 hours later, here's a picture of my wife and kids. Here's my dog. This is what it looks like. You know what I'm talking about? Is this an effective way to involve your customer in the presentation? Do you feel good about that kind of presentation? Who hasn't done that before and been in the middle of something like that and saying, as you're saying it, you're going, even I wouldn't buy this BS. Why am I still talking right now? Look at the customer's face. He's so bored, he's ready to fall asleep. Oh, look at the wife just got up and said she has to go pick up the kids from Little League. I'll keep going. It's like you're at the Energizer Bunny. You just keep going. You can see the whole thing's falling apart, but you're going through the presentation as if it's working out, as if this is really taking off on me, right? Here's why it's not working. Here's why those things just don't work. Scripted presentations like that have no impact. And the reason they don't is because the buyers are too sophisticated for today. Is time an issue for people? Yeah. Is there a value to keeping your presentation brief for people in today's world? My God, you want to make yourself into a hero? Get your presentation over with in about 5 to 7 minutes. Don't string this thing out forever. The longer it takes you to get this presentation off the ground, the longer it takes you to keep talking about everything you're going to do here today, the less chance you have of getting this job. We only had so much time, right, guys? We're going to diagnose the problem. We're going to meet and greet, danger line, convince me step, danger line, get to know people, diagnose the problem. We got to at least be in this thing already 15 minutes, right? Now we got to wrap the solutions, about another 5 to 7 minutes, something like that, maybe 10 minutes, even if it's a complicated one. Now we're into probably 25 minutes into this call, right? Are we going to take another 25 minutes to explain the whole thing? If you do, you're in trouble. If you sit there now at the kitchen table and explain every single little option, every single little detail in this option, you're going against the code of American people. What I said before, how Americans like to buy, do we like a lot of detail in our purchasing? Sure. We like a shortcut. We say, give me the price list, give me the menu, show me the list. You know, where's the board I look at? When you walk into a restaurant, you're looking for the board, aren't you? You're looking for the menu board. You don't need to say, there's no menu. Wouldn't that feel kind of weird? There's no menu. So now you wait in line. Would you wait in line for, like, you see a line of 10 people long, but you saw no menu in the place, and you don't know what they serve or what the price is or anything like that? Would you wait there for 10 minutes trying to figure out what this place is all about? It smells good, but I'm not sure what's on the menu, right? The quicker you get to that pricing part of it, when you get to that presentation quicker, is a value to that. And people appreciate the value. Think of all the other technicians and whatnot. They're yammering and talking and trying to over-explain how a contactor works or how an air conditioning system works or how an electrical panel, all the things that could go wrong with it, and maybe a drainage system. They got pictures of the whole house drainage system. Here's your stack, and here's what the pressure that happens from the stack and how it allows your home to drain, and here's the street. They're explaining the whole thing like it's a plumbing class. You know, did you guys get in this business to become a teacher? No, you're in this business to get things fixed. You're a service person, and that means let's serve you. You're going to serve you a little quicker when you start involving people. A great presentation is when the buyer does most of the presentation. So how does the buyer do most of the presentation? Well, first of all, if your presentation is on code, it's very easy to do it. It sounds like this. Mike, you'll grab that microphone for a second. Let's say you had we had that fan motor, right? We were talking about that went bad? Yeah. But I also say this to you. I said, Mike, I'm ready to go. So, Mike, please don't shoot the messengers. At least look at all my options, would you please? Okay. All right. Now, the first thing I want to tell you, my top option is called our Clean Air Restoration Package. All right. Okay. This top option, what we've done. Remember before, Mike? What you tell me, Mike? What did you tell me about the duct? The condition of the ducts in this house, how dirty they were. Tell me what you said.
Gross inside the ducts.
What did you say that you found inside the ductwork when you opened one of the registers the other day?
Things that I don't like to even talk about.
Yeah, like, so you remember you mentioned chicken bones. What else did you find there?
Little kids' toys, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, and so how does that impact your family? What did you tell me about that?
It contributes to the allergies and everything else inside. And really dusty.
Now, Mike, I have good news for you on this. In this package, this top package, we have what's called our zero tolerance for dirt, complete crystal clean ductwork package. I go ahead and go through this whole system and clean every single component, register, grill. We put new registers in the entire house. All new registers here, new return grills, you get brand new. Plus, we clean it out down to restore the system back to its original condition, so there's no dirt in the ductwork. Okay. Next thing we have here, Mike, remember you mentioned before about that the air stopped working? That it stopped blowing, the outside unit was working. Can you imagine what that is?
Probably the indoor fan.
Yeah, what it is, it's an electrical fault in the air movement system. You're right. And so with that, we went ahead and did it. I looked at the system. It's all 24 years old. I went ahead and restored. You told me the system was 24 years old. Remember you said it was old? Remember, what did you tell me about the guy who first installed this thing, about the kind of job he did here?
It wasn't the best job. It's not plumb and level.
That's why I went ahead and did, and I go ahead and recorrect what the work he did, as well as put this new component in and restore the system like it should have been done the first day that this thing was put in. That's kind of what it sounds like. I'm going to stop right there a little bit. That's what involving the buyer sounds like in this presentation. I'm kind of listening to the words you and I talked about before, and let's revisit this during the presentation now. There are some things that I would do too. Let's talk about the service. Now, Mike, remember you told me, how much maintenance do you do every year on this system? You told me every year, throughout the years, how much maintenance have you done on the system?
I try and get it done every year, but it doesn't always happen.
And how important do you think maintenance is?
It's probably very important to it.
Well, Mike, how much you pay for maintenance every year on this thing?
I think like $170.
Well, guess how much it costs for next 5 years on this top package?
How much?
It's completely free. You can't write a check for it. You can't write a check for service in this. It's all included. Now, Mike, let's imagine that the same repair we have with this air movement system with the fault in it. Let's say this repair were to have another electrical fault the same kind, 4 years from now. Let's say Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve, let's say, 3 o'clock in the morning, this thing stops working. It's 10 below zero here in Chicago. Guess how much it's going to cost to have me come out and fix it 4 years from now?
How much?
But you can't write a check for the next 5 years. It's completely free for the next 5 years. And I'm going to give you my personal cell phone number, so if anything happens, you can cut the red tape and you can get right to me on this one.
That sounds pretty good.
Well, it's a lot of commitment. This is our top option. The problem is, the bad news is that it's a higher investment and you probably won't want it. It's probably too good. You probably won't want it because it's got so much it's got so many good features to it that the investment's a little higher, okay? So I want you to be prepared when you see it, okay? Well, Mike, go ahead. You take a guess. What do you think we're talking about here? How much do you think we're talking?
I don't know, maybe 3,000.
Mike, really, this is a premium option, a little bit higher. Come on.
4,000.
No, you were actually pretty close. It was like $2,800.67, $2,867. Here, take a look at the rest of them. What should we do?
Let's get it done with maybe the middle option here.
The middle one. What do you like about that one? One for $14.97.
Yeah.
What's so good about that one?
It has everything at the top one, just only a 3-year maintenance warranty, and it's a lot cheaper. So.
Well, that's true. Well, I do have cheaper options. How come we didn't look at those?
I like having a warranty and plan maintenance, stuff
All
like
right.
that.
So what should we do?
Let's get it done.
Check or credit card.
Check.
That's it. That's how it sounds at the end of the call every single time. That's how it kind of goes. He's in the closing funnel. Once he says, what do you like about that one? You see that once I say, what do you like about that one? You're in the closing funnel. Do you see the high degree of participation, though, that happened here? You got to admit, you're doing at least 50% of the presentation by doing this, right? About the thing with the warranty. Guess what it would take if it was 4 in the morning, Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve? Guess how much it would cost to have somebody come out here for this? That's got to be $1,000, Joe, they might say. Well, not in this top package, just completely free for the next 5 years. So you're going to extend that service out. Involvement, otherwise you could just say this. I'll do it the old-fashioned way, the way with no involvement. Here's what it sounds like with no involvement. You ready, Mike? It goes, Mike, the top options are Premium Plus Air Quality Movement System. It includes a 5-year warranty. It includes all the components in the air quality system. I go ahead and clean the ductwork out here. It's all I. Who are we talking about here? It's all self-centered language. You with me on this? If I say, if I change the style of it and I say, Mike, when we talked about this ductwork, what did you tell me?
Pretty dirty.
Now who we focused on? Who's the star of the show here right now? Yeah. If you do a presentation, it's all like, I did this, I did that. We give you a plan service. I give you a warranty. What does that focus on? Me. Should it be self-centered or should it be customer-focused?
Customer-focused.
This is an important factor, guys. And a lot of you, even who have been doing it before here at this table, might realize that's something that's missing from your presentations. Would that be true? Would I say that's something that might be missing there? That I'm not allowing enough customer talk time in this situation here? That I'm not involving people? Remember, a bored mind says no. When you're yammering on and talking like that, the customer's got this, they're singing the Girl from Ipanema in their head. They're going, when will this guy stop his talking and just sell me a furnace today? That's all they're hoping. They wish you would just shut up and sell it to them, right? But you just keep talking and talking like you're in love with the sound of your own voice. A bored mind says no. He's already building the cases. How he's going to. The first time you start talking, by the second sentence, he's already got his objection locked in. You with me on this? He can't lock his objection in if he's talking about what he wanted. John, when you told me, what did you want? Now, are you sure that now can you be sure that you're on code with your presentation? There's no doubt that you're on code now. You with me on this? Because he told you everything you wanted. That's why I'm providing exactly what you wanted, not what I want to provide. You increase participation. You can maintain attention better when you're giving the customer some talk time. Does it also build suspense? Like when I do the thing where I say, guess how much it would cost to do, come out here at 4 o'clock in the morning on Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve. Does that build like, I don't know, what are we talking about? The suspense, does that make the show a lot more fun too? It always does. Watch a movie, if there's no suspense in the movie or no suspense in the TV show, would you watch it? Every show is like that. You ever watch Law and Order or something like that? It starts out with the crime and now who's going to figure it out? How are they going to figure this out? They go to court. Is that going to, it's a suspense. Every single turn is suspense, right? Every movie, every show has got suspense built into it. You got to build suspense into your presentation too, about the services, your planned service agreement. How much you pay for planned service, that type of thing, right? Guess how much it costed this one? I don't know, $200? No, it's not free. You can't write a check. Ooh, that's good. See the release, you know, the suspense, and then yes, the release. It's a feel good. It's that dissonance followed by solution again. Building suspense. Also, compelling stories can help too. If you have a story you want to tell, a quick story, you can go ahead and share it during this part of the thing. The best thing is to have the buyer tell his story about, like I was saying, what did you tell me before, Mike, about what your wife said when she saw those chicken bones in that ductwork? Danny, I want him to tell me the whole story again right now. The story is better when the customer tells the story, not you. Understand, the law of involvement is that if you involve your buyer, you're going to be more on code with your solutions, and people will be more open to those solutions because they actually made them themselves.